In this video, we're going to explain everything you need to know to travel to Tuscany. The most complete video you'll watch today about this destination, covering Florence, Siena, Pisa, San Gimignano, and the landscapes of Val d'Orcia, with the best tips. So let's get started. Tuscany is the heart of Italy. It's the region everyone dreams of visiting. The land of green rolling hills, cypress-lined roads, Chianti wine, Renaissance art, and unforgettable rustic food. It's the Italy you see in the movies. Let's start with the main attractions, the cities and regions you can't miss. The gateway and crown jewel is Florence, or Firenze, the capital of Tuscany. It's the cradle of the Renaissance, an open-air museum. The main attraction is the Cathedral of Santa Maria del Fiore, the Duomo. Entry to the cathedral itself is free, but what you really want to do is climb Brunelleschi's dome. The climb is long, with over 400 steps, but the view of Florence from the top is unforgettable. The ticket to climb costs €20 and must be bought online months in advance, as time slots sell out. Florence has two of the most important museums in the world. The Accademia Gallery is where the original statue of David by Michelangelo stands. It's awe-inspiring. The ticket costs €16. The other is the Uffizi Gallery, home to Botticelli's The Birth of Venus. The ticket costs €25. For both, buy a timed entry ticket online. And, of course, walk across the Ponte Vecchio, the medieval bridge full of jewelry shops. Leaving Florence, we have Siena. It's Florence's great historical rival. It's a perfectly preserved Gothic medieval city. The heart of Siena is the Piazza del Campo, a shell-shaped square famous for hosting the Palio horse race. It's one of the most beautiful squares in the world. Also visit the Duomo of Siena, the cathedral, which is even more beautiful on the inside than Florence's, with its marble floor and black and white stripes. To get to Siena, you can take a train or bus from Florence. The journey takes about 90 minutes. Of course, you can't go to Tuscany without visiting Pisa. Almost everyone goes there for one reason: the Leaning Tower. The tower is in the Piazza dei Miracoli, or Square of Miracles, which also has the cathedral and the baptistery. Entry to the square is free, but to climb the tower, the ticket costs €20. It's a fun experience to climb the steps and feel the lean. Pisa is a perfect day trip from Florence. The regional train ride takes exactly 1 hour. For the medieval hilltop town experience, visit San Gimignano. It's known as the medieval Manhattan because of its 14 stone towers that are still standing. It's a beautiful walled village. Entry is free. You can climb the Torre Grossa, the main tower, for about €9. The hard part is getting there. The best way is by car. Now, for the two landscape and wine regions. The first is Chianti. This is the hilly region between Florence and Siena. It's famous for Chianti Classico wine, the one with the black rooster seal. The best way to explore is by car, driving the Chiantigiana Road, the SR222, stopping in villages like Griva in Chianti and Castellina in Chianti, and visiting wineries, which they call Castello or Fattoria. The second region, and the most beautiful for photos, is the Val d'Orcia. This is southern Tuscany. This is where you'll see the Gladiator movie landscapes, those perfect hills with cypress-lined dirt roads. The base towns here are Pienza, the Pope's planned city, famous for pecorino cheese, and Montalcino, the homeland of Brunello wine. You absolutely need a car to explore this area. An important tip that will save you time and money is to buy tickets for attractions and tours in advance. Buying on the spot is always more expensive, and the most famous tourist spots like the Duomo Dome in Florence, the Uffizi Gallery, and the Accademia with David sell out weeks or months in advance. We'll leave the link on the QR code on the screen and in the description to the site, where we always buy tickets and tours for the best price. It's the largest tour site in the world and has practically everything there. Skip the line tickets for the Uffizi, timed entry tickets for the Duomo, Accademia tickets, and wine tasting tours in Tuscany, all at the best price, and you can buy in any currency, saving on fees. And they have free tours that are great, like walking tours of Florence. And remember that in the link below, we always organize everything you need to plan your entire trip for the best price. The sites we use to plan our trips, and that have everything much cheaper: International Travel eSIM, travel insurance at half price, tickets for all the attractions we mentioned, the good and cheap hotels we've stayed at, the car rental comparator, which is essential for Tuscany, and the global account to carry euros paying much lower fees. And the links already contain automatic discounts, as we are always updating them. So save this page to your favorites and use it when planning. It will make your trip much easier and save you a lot of money. When is the best time to visit Tuscany? In our opinion, the best times are spring, from May to June, and fall, from September to October. In spring, the fields are green and in bloom. In the fall, the weather is perfect, the colors are golden, and the vendemmia, or grape harvest, takes place. We strongly recommend avoiding July and August. It's very hot, with temperatures over 95 degrees Fahrenheit, and the cities are packed with tourists. Winter, from November to March, is cold, damp, and many of the agriturismi, the farmstay hotels, close down. And how many days to stay in Tuscany? For this itinerary, the bare minimum we recommend is 7 full days. But to do it calmly, the ideal is 10 days. Divide it like this: 4 full days in Florence to see the city and do the day trip to Pisa, and 6 days for the countryside, split between the Chianti region and Val d'Orcia, using an agriturismo as a base. Staying in a good area will make your trip much easier. The strategy in Tuscany is to have at least 2 bases. The first base is Florence. The city is small and everything is walkable. The best area is to stay near the Duomo or Piazza della Signoria. You'll be in the heart of everything and near the train station. The second base is in the countryside, and here you have 2 choices. The first is to stay in an agriturismo. This is the authentic Tuscan experience, a farmstay hotel, often a winery, in the middle of the hills. It's perfect for relaxing, enjoying the pool, and using as a base to explore the small towns by car. The Chianti or Val d'Orcia regions are the best for this. The second choice is to stay in a base town, like Siena. It's a larger city with more restaurant options at night and is also a great base for exploring southern Tuscany. We created this custom map, which explains exactly which is the best region in each of these base cities. If you stay in this marked area, you can't go wrong. We'll leave the link to this map here, on the QR code, on the screen, and in the video description. We created it on the hotel site we always use, as it always has the best prices. There, you can put in your travel dates and see all the hotel options within that location, at the lowest prices. We'll also leave links to the hotels and agriturismi, where we've stayed. There's one that is very cheap and super well located in Florence, and another that is a dream agriturismo in the countryside. They are great options. An important tip to save on lodging is the advance booking strategy. The good affordable agriturismi sell out many months in advance. This is why we love using this website. Besides having the lowest prices, it has free cancellation. You can book as early as possible to guarantee a much lower price, and if you need to cancel later, it's super easy and costs nothing. Now let's talk about transportation. How to get around Tuscany. You will use a combination of train and car. The best way to arrive in Tuscany is by high-speed train, the Frecciarossa, coming from Rome, which takes 90 minutes, or from Milan, which takes 2 hours. You'll get off at the Santa Maria Novella station in Florence. To get around inside Florence, the rule is clear: walk. The city is small, flat, and the center is closed to cars. For day trips from Florence to Pisa and Siena, the best way is the regional train. It's cheap, efficient, and gets you to the cities stress-free. Now, to explore the countryside, the hills of Chianti and Val d'Orcia, and villages like San Gimignano, you must rent a car. It's impossible to do this by public transport. The golden tip is, spend your days in Florence on foot. When you leave Florence to explore the countryside, rent the car at the train station or the airport. Do not try to drive in the historic center of Florence. The entire city is a ZTL, or limited traffic zone. If you enter with an unauthorized car, a camera will log your plate and you will receive a hefty fine on your credit card months after your trip. For those renting, the most important tip is to book in advance online using a price comparator. It's always much cheaper. We'll leave the link to the comparator we use in the description. Mandatory documentation for travelers. To enter Italy, which is part of the European Schengen area, you need 2 things. First, your valid passport, and second, travel insurance. Unlike the United States, travel insurance in Europe is mandatory under the Schengen Treaty. With a minimum coverage of 30,000 euros, they can ask for proof of your insurance at immigration. We never travel without it. And in the link in the description, there's the comparator we use that always finds the insurance at half the price. And be aware, soon, an electronic travel authorization called ETIAS will also be mandatory, so check on that before you travel. Let's talk shopping. In Florence, the most famous purchase is leather goods. The San Lorenzo market is full of stalls selling jackets and bags. Quality varies, so research and bargain. For luxury shopping, Via dei Tornabuoni is the street for designer brands. And on the Ponte Vecchio, the tradition is to buy gold. For outlets, the most famous is the Mall Firenze, which is 40 minutes from Florence and has luxury stores like Gucci, Prada, and Fendi at big discounts. In the countryside, the shopping is gastronomic. Buy wine directly from the wineries in Chianti or Brunello in Montalcino, and Pecorino cheese in Pienza. And the tax-free tip applies to the whole country. Ask for the tax-free form on purchases over 70 euros in the same store. Validate it at the kiosks at your last airport before leaving Europe. And for those who are new here to the channel, welcome. Our mission is to help you travel more and better around the world. If you're enjoying it, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It helps us a lot. Speaking of gastronomy, eating in Tuscany is one of the best things in life. The food is rustic, simple, and delicious. The star is the bistecca alla fiorentina. It's a giant T-bone steak from the Chianina breed, grilled over charcoal and served very rare. It's expensive. It can cost over 60 euros per kilo, but it serves 2 or 3 people. Other dishes you must try are the bread soups, ribollita, and papa al pomodoro, and the pastas with game sauces like pappardelle al cinghiale, which is a wide pasta with wild boar sauce. And of course, drink lots of Chianti Classico wine and, if you can, try a Brunello di Montalcino. For restaurant suggestions, in Florence, for a cheap and great lunch, go to Mercato Centrale. The top floor is a food hall with many great options. A meal costs about 15 euros. For Bistecca Fiorentina, a traditional place with a fair price is Trattoria Zaza. And for a more sophisticated experience in Siena, Osteria La Loge is a classic. A full dinner there costs over 100 euros per person. And how much does it cost to eat in Tuscany? Florence is a tourist city, but eating in the countryside can be very cheap. A full Big Mac combo costs about 11 euros. The golden tip in any restaurant is to ask for a carafe d'eau, which is free tap water, and ask for the Vino della Casa, the house wine. A half-liter carafe costs about 6 euros and is always good. A budget meal, like a slice of pizza or a sandwich, costs less than 10 euros. And the tip? Service is usually included, and the coperto, the table charge of 2 or 3 euros, will already be on your bill. The tip is not mandatory, but it's kind to leave a few euros in coins. What about nightlife? The nightlife in Tuscany is very calm and focused on gastronomy. In Florence, the Oltrarno neighborhood, on the other side of the river Arno, is the best place, full of authentic wine bars where locals go. In Siena, the program is to have an Aperol Spritz and watch the sunset in the Piazza del Campo. In the countryside, the nightlife is at your agriturismo, with a long dinner and wine from the farm itself. Traveling with kids? Tuscany is surprisingly cool for kids. They love running in the Piazza del Campo in Siena. Finding San Gimignano with its towers feels like a castle. And in Pisa, the photo holding up the tower is guaranteed fun. And of course, pizza, pasta, and gelato every day is heaven for them. Combining your trip, Tuscany is the center of Italy, and Florence is the perfect hub. By high-speed train, you are 90 minutes from Rome, 2 hours from Venice, and 2 hours from Milan. You can also take a train from Florence to La Spezia and visit Cinque Terre, the 5 colorful villages on the coast, which is about 2.5 hours away. If you liked the video, like and subscribe to our channel to always travel more and better around the world. Thank you very much and have a great trip.